we want to talk about secrets in marriage, relationships, and not all. Right? Is it good to keep small, just little secrets,
For
from
your
your
spouse.
spouse, your wife, or your husband? You know, according to society says that the husband should not let his wife know the exact amount he earns. If his salary, don't let your wife know the amount of salary if you do, you're your own. Then also from the wife's point of view, they says that you don't let your wife know everything
Your
about
husband
you,
does not need to know
know about
everything.
your past.
Yeah.
Same thing for the husband too. Your wife does not need to know about your past. Your past
The
is in the
past is the
past.
past.
Let it be, right? But secret is secret. Is it good to keep just
A
little?
little
That's what
secret
we're talking about in this video.
video. So, hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If it's your first time seeing our face, we are the OJs. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the bell icon
Please,
to get notified when we drop a new
equal.
video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know the drill. You are the real OG. Thank you so much for stopping by again. We really love you.
So, guys, today's video. By the way, we're so sorry for not being here for
Yeah,
almost 3 to 4 weeks now.
yes, right.
My wife was sick, like really sick. She was admitted in the hospital for over like a week, and so that's the reason why we were not here.
Yeah.
Um, but all the same, thank you for your love. Some people chatted with us to find out why they are not we've not posted. Thank you for your love. So in today's babe, before you start, babe, if you have not subscribed and you are watching this video,
Please subscribe.
please help our ministry.
Help us to grow.
Right, help us to grow.
Subscribe.
Let's get to 200.
Please.
Let's still get to 200. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
guys.
much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, what actually motivated? What should I motivate? Yeah, motivated this video was the period we spent in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I just kept thinking because while I was having the consultation with the doctor, he was asking me some certain questions,
Right, guys.
very
See,
sensitive
the questions. What those questions are when you go to the hospital, like that very present moment. That
You
present
need to
moment.
answer
That
like
you,
there's no
that will determine if they are going to even the next line of action.
yes on
Your
your
a
health
life
status.
is on the line.
Line.
So they will ask you some very daring questions.
Yes, just to know exactly how to, step in and all. So my husband was, of course, right beside me there, and I answered. But I was just thinking, what if this was a different? But what if it was a different? The answer was, something that would break our home, something I haven't told him before, or maybe
Yes.
doctor asking is asking something that we haven't, discussed before. It's very like really sensitive questions. I can't even like
No, wait. Let me
them.
even give them one random.
For
So,
example,
it's example. Have you had a baby before?
yeah, have you
Have
had
you
a
had a baby?
child
Have you had a child
before?
before? Or
Yeah.
have you had an abortion before? Or have you
Do you
do
smoke?
you
Have you ever smoked
do
before?
you know you get
Something like
have you had
questions like that.
kidney transplant
You
before?
know.
Have you blood transfusion? Some very, very, very tricky,
Sensitive questions.
sensitive, and
And
tricky
your
questions,
spouse is right there, right?
and
And
you've
then
not discussed
maybe
it.
something. Maybe your answers is like that way, right? And you need to tell the doctor the
The
truth so that
truth
they can help you. For example, now if they ask you, have you had an abortion before, and your husband is
does not
sitting
know.
out right there, and your situation is going to be determined based on what you
What
say. You
you know
cannot.
your treatment,
Yes,
your treatment will
determined
be
on based on
your
what
so your answer will determine your
what
treatment.
yeah, exactly. So you actually need to give the doctor the right answer. And imagine if you haven't told your husband about probably your past before, or something that happened, something like that.
Or let me to
You
shock
know,
him. Your husband, maybe you have paused your there's this thing, you've frozen your
eggs.
eggs.
Oh right.
Do you understand? You've frozen your eggs and you didn't tell your wife. Maybe you guys have now been trying to have a
Your
child.
child.
Then the
Him.
child is now pregnant. The wife is now pregnant. Or something,
Or something
something is
happened.
just happening.
Then doctor
You
now
don't ask.
So like it just when we had that when we were done with the constitution and everything, if just before I was moved to the private ward, it just dawned on me like, wow, this this is actually something that ruins homes, right?
Honestly,
Just imagine if my answers, or my answers were
contrary to what I
contrary to
believe,
what my husband knew.
no, new rather.
Imagine what the amount of damage it would cost
At that
our
moment,
home at that moment forever said.
no. So at that moment, you know the shocker will just be boom.
Yes, the shocker will be there, right? But then even if eventually you get to forgive and
The
all,
dent.
I mean, the trust will not be there. Like, you have broken a trust, literally.
You know,
That means that if that situation didn't come up, he wouldn't have possibly knew like that situation that happened in your life, or your wife wouldn't even know. So it's like a two-way situation,
Honestly.
honestly. And it just kept on. I just kept thinking about it, like, this is something we should actually talk about on our channel.
So
I mean, does it make any sense to keep secrets in your home? I mean, I
even
think
in a
it's. I
relationship.
think I think in a relationship, right? You need to get to of course it's not, you can't just start listening to someone just and start telling the person about your entire past, right?
True.
You have to get to a level when you see that the person is actually very serious. Okay, this is leading to marriage, or this is actually something that, yeah, I see a future in this relationship. Then you can now start, okay, there's a way you can talk about such things. I don't really know, but then it's better you actually spill it to this person you claim to love and claim to want to spend your life with, than letting them find out after they are married to you years after.
They've made a lot of
Commitment
commitment
to you. It would be honestly make no sense at that point.
Let me even come. So, let's even start with secrets, right? Is it even good at all to keep secrets, right? If you in any relationship, friendship, business relationship, see, it's there's something it does, but in a marriage, is a partnership for life,
Forever.
right?
Forever.
So secret, and like my wife said, so I understand that. So secret is just not telling anybody something, right? Hiding. So why is it called secret? It's because you are hiding
Hiding
it.
it.
It's being withheld.
And there's a reason why you're actually
There's a
hiding it.
reason. So it could be maybe because you are not comfortable, you don't have self confidence, or you don't trust the person,
Yeah.
or you feel ashamed if the person knows, or maybe it would deprive you of some certain things when you share it. I mean, it's just it's level of vulnerability, right? So now, but I understand what my wife just mentioned about the fact that you can't just start divulging.
In a relationship.
You can't just so the person, somebody comes, and 3 days after, you're already telling the person the story of your life. That's not it, right? That means you are going to tell as many people that come in the guise of I want to marry you. You're going to tell them all the story of your life. Then there's nothing there to share with the so-called partner, right? Now, but then once you find out, I mean, and also I see my wife. My wife is very she barely talks. She's not that she doesn't want to talk, but then it's a bit she doesn't find it easy to pour out her mind. The only way my wife pours out her mind is when it's tears. That's how when she wants to pour out her mind, it's with tears. Right? So now for such person, how can that person now tell you some some deep secrets, some things that if I say it, hope he will not, hope she will not. Now, that's when you build trust. Now, making sure that the person is comfortable around you.
Yeah.
Now, and you that they are making you comfortable, make sure you take advantage of those opportunities when they throw it at you. Now, but before then, like my wife said, you must have been sure, confirmed, validated the fact that this person
is who I'm spending my life
I
with.
would want to spend the rest of my life. Not even I'm spending, like I would want to.
I don't think you would want to, like, I think there should be a step, like, because the truth is,
Because I feel so. So you may say you want to. Maybe the person doesn't want to. So, but
so
then you have to feel
I'm
comfortable.
saying, yeah, I
Once you
get
feel
you.
comfortable,
But my own, what I'm trying to say is that relationships can even break, even like through
yeah.
this marriages and all that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you need to be really, really certain, sure. But the bone of the, I mean, the conclusion is that child don't keep secrets, even if you meet
No,
you.
you already concluded. So the thing is, I want to even. I don't even want to stop at that. Just
Mm,
relationship, right? It cuts across every aspect of life.
yeah.
So there's also so let's talk finish this one about relationship. So once you feel comfortable with the person, right? I mean, there's a level of feeling comfortable, comfortable in the sense that you can fart in the presence that person's presence. You are just there's some things that you can do in the presence of that person and not really feel bad, right? Or not be judged and all of that. Then you can start divulging those secrets little by little. And of course, the way they handle the first secret that you give to them will
Determines if they are going
determine
to even spill
if you
more.
can give them
Yeah.
more. So it's both ways. You that they are telling
Mm,
secret to be very use brain, right? It's good to use your brain. This person is being vulnerable by sharing this secret with them. And then secret sharing should not be one way. It's one way.
yeah, it shouldn't be one way.
Remember, I was always telling my wife about all my exes, and so for me, right from time, I've always had this thing about the fact that you know I don't want anything that can come back and start haunting my relationship, right? So with that in mind, I tell my wife about all my exes that I could remember, right? How it started, how it ended, the good things, the bad things. And so it wasn't just about telling her that this person is bad, this person is bad, this person is bad. No, it was also with the good things that happened in those relationships. And of course, the reason why we're together right now was because that relationship was not meant to last. So there's going to be bad blood, right? There shouldn't be bad blood like, oh, I hated this person. God punish Emeka. God punish Yoruba demon. Kole, God punish. I will not forgive you. No, the reason why you're with your partner right now is because
You move past that already.
Yeah,
So
God wants you to be together. So that past should be a past now, but it shouldn't be a past that you are running away from. So I mean, so what even makes people keep secrets? Because that past they are trying to run away from.
yeah, true.
They're trying to run away from. You can't run away
Mm-hmm.
from such things. It's until when you can confront them that
You
you
know
have
you've
overcome.
completely overcome it. You're right.
Do you get?
That's
So
when you know you've
that's when. So you need to get to that point, right? Be free to share every single thing. Some people, it's abortion. They've aborted like 9 times, and now they can't have a child, right? They know before they decided to marry that person. Now, why can't you tell the person? In the process, see, guy, see, I've lived a kind of life that I'm not proud of, right? I don't think I'm deserving of you. You are this, I mean, so I just need to let you know. I've made some mistakes in the past. I regret them, but then it's my life. I've had abortions.
And right now you can't bear children.
I'm not sure. Maybe sometimes some doctor will even tell you that your womb has been damaged.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually the truth. But letting the person know what the state of things can now be okay. Let's seek for medical
Yeah.
help.
How can
Let's even
you?
find out if
How
that's
can we
the
get
truth.
help?
Because this age and time is not every person that must carry pregnancy
Yeah,
before you can have a child.
right.
Do you understand? It's not compulsory. See, postpartum depression, guys. It's a real thing. So there are some things that you wouldn't even want your. So if you know that, you should be happy that you in a way your wife will not go through that phase of her life of the circle of women. Now, I'm not saying the women that go through it, that would go through it, they are they are doomed for you are doomed because you will hear it. No, I'm just saying. So count your blessings, count your cost, and count your blessings. I mean, just thank God for where you are, right, and move on from there. Also, from see, I know my wife's salary. I know the month,
Yeah, it comes in.
the day of the month
There's no need to
that
hide all of
it
those
comes in.
things.
My wife knows when somebody gives me money or when people pay, when client pays. My wife, this client just paid. Oh, these people just paid. Oh, this person just paid. Oh, you know that client I was working for, because that's one, and that's one a way of bonding.
Yeah.
When you tell, I think one of our feeders mentioned that I can't when and something happened. There's a way that if I'm not told my wife, it will be doing me like I'm not complete. Now, so if you've gotten to that level, you've told her that you got a contract. So you will not tell her that they paid. Just so that she will not ask for too much. See, and that's one of the reasons why society says that do not, because they say that, oh, women, once you give them
Mm.
1 mile like this, they take 2 miles.
And that's the truth. You know, there are some women. There's a movie that we saw together that the woman she has a house that she. It's not.
It's
It's
not a
a
movie, it's a
story.
story. I even saw something
Yes.
similar recently, a skit.
It's,
Was it a skit? I'm not sure. That
the
the
house
man,
that they're living in is
it's
her
wild.
house. So she's collecting the rent for that house. The house is her own. Her husband has no idea.
So the one
And
I
he's
saw, yeah,
paying rent to her.
the husband was working on this oil and gas oil rig.
Mm-hmm.
So he was making money. He's not educated. So he was making a lot of money. So he will come home, give the wife plenty money, like 2 million, 3 million every month. Then about after doing that for about 5 years or so, then he lost that job.
Mm.
And then he didn't have any job again. So they now start looking for, and their house rent is about 700K.
Mm.
So afterwards, the man was still doing, hustling, and every month he pays 700K every month. So after paying for about 7 years or so, or 8 years or so, he then finds out that the house that they've been living.
Mm.
So I guess
One by
one of
five.
the so one of the time that he was working at the oil rig, they changed apartment from one place to another. So the new apartment they changed to is still the place that they are still. No, no, that when they moved from a and how one house owned by somebody else to the house that the wife
By the wife.
built with the man's, because the wife doesn't have anything that she's doing with the money that because and so I think when the man came back from one time, because I think so what any money he makes he doesn't save it, he just gives to the wife. Oh,
So,
gives to the
so
wife,
of
gives to
course,
the
there's
wife.
a reason why he's giving her that
Do you
money.
understand?
That
So
money.
when he got back, baby, he
Mhm.
now asked the wife said that was 419. They duped her.
You
They've
see.
collected the money.
No.
Do you understand? So the money, so imagine somebody giving you 2 million every month for like 5 years, and then after that 5 years, he says, "Where's the money?" You say the money is gone. Meanwhile, at one point in time, you made up your mind that you know what, let's build a property, and then you now build the property in your
Your
own
own
name.
name.
He still kept on sending money. You were pushing into the project until you completed the project. You say you guys should move to their new apartment. You moved.
Honestly,
It was still your own house.
that
See,
situation is enough.
do you understand? And she was still
ruin that marriage.
lying.
Like, there's no.
As in, if she was, the funny thing, she was still lying at that point. When the man said that one Baba told him that you will lie.
So
When
she
you
not
lie,
confessed.
you I'm going. It was then she now started confessing. It's all like that. That 7 years. So yeah. So there are women, people like that,
Mm-hmm.
but they are a percentage in the entire number.
I don't think it's just it's small because I mean this issue of secrecy and keeping it's not really about the big, it doesn't have to be big things, honestly. I mean, to a large extent, um couples hide certain things from their husbands. It doesn't have to be something that is very big, but it starts from somewhere. There is it
Trisha,
starts from
Trisha.
it starts from the little things.
And maybe it's the husband that caused it, or the wife caused. Because see, recently my wife called my attention to some certain things about maybe when she's trying to tell me, express how she feels in a certain way, that I'm in a certain way, but I misinterpret it. Instead of, I mean, I didn't need to interpret it. I just need to just accept, right? But I misinterpreted it, and then I've misinterpreted it for over time, to the point that she just stopped expressing it. Right? She stopped expressing it, and so when it happens, my wife will just either go into the bedroom and cry. It could just be as simple as, so she, what to be specific. My wife, anytime my wife talks, maybe she feels about some certain things that we want to achieve that we've not achieved. She can just get emotional and just think about it. That why is it not happening now? And then she starts to cry. So from my own point of view, I will not be like, don't you believe in God? Don't you have faith? You should be grateful that we are here. You know where we're coming from. Blah 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 blah. Do you understand? So, and that's not that. See, guys, and I didn't mean any harm, but the truth is, she has every right to express the way she wants to express. What I'm supposed to do at that point in time is not to shun her, right? Is to understand the reason behind. Maybe when she feels like that, I mean, even I feel like that, but I have my own way of snapping out of it.
So well.
like calm, I'm out of it. But then her own way of expressing it is not snapping out of it. Is to cry, and then the thing will go off her mind. Right? But then I would not just be like, why? You should be grateful. I'm not happy with you. Blah, blah, blah. Well, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Some people, yeah, my mom was start telling me, I felt bad that, I'm sorry, because, see, because she mentioned to me that, so for some couple of times, when we go to bed, sometimes me, I would have slept, my wife would cry till she sleeps. Till she sleeps. Or sometimes she would go into the bedroom and say she wants to go and eat herself, and she would cry till the thing goes off her mind and come back to bed, and then I won't know anything. Just imagine. So what if it's actually a depression? What if it's this depression? That's how she won't tell me, because I triggered that reaction. Because when she expresses, I'm supposed to say, "Oh, okay, sorry, I love." Sorry.
It doesn't have
So
to
I mean,
be.
it doesn't have to be sorry.
Sorry.
Just listen. I mean, so sometimes
just
just
listen.
just
Exactly.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Express yourself. Just express. Be free. Freedom. Give them freedom of expression. Same thing about secret. Don't see when they give you a secret. Don't say, so you are an ashewo, 9 abortion, only you. You know, or you say, so you're living your life, and or
Yeah,
I mean,
true. It's
so
just
you froze your egg, and yeah, you are evil, you are wicked.
oh, a man. There's some men that they don't want kids. They'll go and have is it vasectomy or
No,
something like
so
that.
it may even be that it's not like they don't want, maybe it's trauma
No, there are some. I've seen some that don't want kids.
at all.
Yes.
Okay,
They'll
see,
go
that's
and
wrong.
have it. They'll go and have that what that
Vasectomy or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
vasectomy.
but
And they will not tell the
partner.
partner.
And they will be
If the
looking for
man
a child.
Yes, they'll be trying for children. And for a fact that this woman cannot get pregnant by me. So, like, what's the point of putting her through that process of, okay, trying to take in, trying to conceive? Do you know how depressing it can
And
be?
that's selfish.
That's really
That's
selfish.
selfish. Another one is
You know-
some men are actually traumatized. See, I have not met anyone like that that once they hear the word kids, children,
Yeah, I've not
they
heard though.
cringe. I've heard.
I've not seen
I've had
anyone,
I've
Sha.
had it that he once they, and that could be maybe there's something they experienced growing up or something they heard growing up. I mean, something they saw someone do. I mean, because certain in just like the way you express yourself, there's some people like some the way things get to them.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of things happen, right? But when they share with you, cross the board.
Mm-hmm.
He says cross the board is real,
Mm-hmm.
like cross of Big Brother Niger.
That's the real
You
self.
know that? No, no, no. He says
Okay.
that cross. There's, you guys know if you're watching Big Brother, you know that he says that there's cross and there's cross the boss,
Mm-hmm.
and there are two different
People.
people, and they live inside his body. That cross the boss is a real person, and he was trying to actually fight someone. That it's no, no. You cannot tell me that cross the boss is not real. You should believe what I tell you. As in,
Almost
color.
like last there's so many, I mean there's so many reasons why people can keep secret and that, and you just have to wait, like
Balance it.
wait, honestly.
In fact,
This is if it's going to ruin your home in the future, tell your partner. There's no like there's no mission to even say
honestly,
let me keep it till not find out. My
there's even this
sister
saying that says that it's someone that will bury you. There's no need hiding from that person.
person. You can't say
What do you want to?
to
What are you
live with this
keeping?
person, you want to be a kid to this person, and he does not know if you have a
Some
health issue, or
you know,
something that might, or you can't bear children, or some really critical situations like
you
that.
know. I mean, so
It doesn't
please,
have to be so critical. As
it
as
doesn't.
little as
As
okay,
little as
I've been paid, or my salary. Even if you don't have to give your spouse
you
access to the
don't.
money, right? But then
But just let
just
them
let
know.
them know it's yeah,
See,
just
your principle could be that, see, my money is my money, but I don't want to keep any secret from you.
from you.
Right? If I borrow you will not pay me back, so I'm not borrowing you. Period.
It's period. But
So
then
but then not telling them
mhm.
if there has an undertone to
It's
it.
not like they are actually for the part of your husband telling you his salary and you telling, it's not, they are not entitled to tell you actually, but
for for
it,
companionship.
exactly,
For companionship. See, so for instance, think about it.
exactly.
There are times that the wife may be thinking there may be something that the family needs, but the wife may not know that you have the money to provide it, and he or she will just keep quiet, right? Or dying in silence. There may be something that could change the life of the family, but because one person is not privy to some information, a decision around it, the discussion about it will not be able to take place just because they don't have the information. I mean, so it's not even about doing the thing, it's the even
Yeah.
discussing it, having the conversation may not even take place at all.
Mhm.
I mean, in a case where you are frozen your egg, for instance, if it is something that your wife may eventually support, if you did not tell her,
That's your
how
husband.
will she? No, yeah. If your wife may eventually support you and you did not tell her, and she now finds out when they went to the hospital somehow, how do you want to remedy that situation? And the vice versa. You have kept secret, and the secret is now detrimental. If you have shared it, maybe in a certain way you might have found
A solution.
solution to it,
Exactly.
right? Just knowing.
No.
I mean, their prayers has changed some certain situation. Maybe you have HIV or whatever. I mean, so just be open.
Just be open.
Just
Be
be open.
vulnerable.
Be
That's the thing.
vulnerable.
Just
That's
be
the people. Be
vulnerable with the person
vulnerable,
you want to
right?
be with. Be vulnerable
Be
with your
vulnerable.
husband.
You have
Even
decided.
if you've already made a mistake to go ahead to get married without telling him certain things, you
Like,
can
you
you
can
can
start
always
now.
right the
You
wrong.
can
Like
start now.
you can
I
start
mean,
now. You can just make a decision to just
you know,
not keep those things as
please,
secret
please,
anymore.
very
So that
important.
was what we wanted to bring
Yes,
to
guys.
our
Yes,
lovely family here.
guys.
If you have not subscribed right now, this is the time to do that. I'll give you 5 seconds to do that.
See,
Thank you.
Thank you, but you wronged. You are wrong. You should have subscribed since.
I believe they have, but this is just a reminder for those that haven't
If you
subscribed.
haven't, please.
Thank you so much if you watched to this
Thank you
point.
so much,
Comment shares to the OJ in the
guys.
comment section.
If you got to
We'll
this
see
point.
you next
But
week.
before we go, yeah, one thing that we would like you to do is please share our videos. We put thought into creating this content because we believe that, I mean, we couldn't find this kind of content. I mean, the actual thing is we try as much as possible to learn from online, right? About raising children. We've not started having kids, but we've been learning about having children in the future, right? So I think that there will be people that this content will be helpful to, right? Maybe in a bit of making some certain decisions, or they're in the middle of some mistakes or anything, situations, it may be helpful to them. So please, on your WhatsApp, please share, and on Facebook, please share, status, please share.
Thank you guys so much. We love you.
We love you guys.
Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.